Forum of State Chairmen of the People's Democratic Party has declared full support for the factional national chairman, Umar Damagum, dismissing the rival leadership led by Abdulrahman Mohammed as illegitimate. Rising from a meeting on Thursday, the 29 state chairmen affirmed that Damagum remains the only recognized national chairman under the party's 2017 constitution as amended. In a statement issued after the meeting, the forum said the PDP has only one national chairman, His Excellency Umar Damagum, while urging members to disregard claims from the opposing camp. The chairman also pledged continued loyalty to the party's established leadership structure and constitutional authority. The forum commended the collaborative leadership among the National Working Committee, the PDP Governors Forum led by Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, and the Board of Trustees chaired by Senator Adolphus Wabara. They describes the synergy as crucial to stabilizing the party and preparing it to rescue Nigeria's ailing democracy ahead of future elections. Dr. Kingsley, why are you smiling?
I'm smiling because I use the word rescue. Rescue indeed.
You have the floor. What is your take on this?
When you couldn't rescue yourself, you want to rescue Nigerian democracy. The truth is, first, when you say PDP chairman, I wonder who those chairmen are.
States.
That's what I'm saying.
Not governors.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder who those chairmen are, because majority of these states, their governors have defected to APC, and they defected with all the ESCOs of their party. So I don't know when they had conducted the mini congresses there to raise new executives of those party chairmen and all that. So I wonder who these chairmen are. That's one. Number two, supporting a man who actually contributed to the death of the party is
that is Damagum.
Yes.
You think Damagum
contributed a lot to
how
the death of
so?
the party. Damagum is like a cheap buy. A cheap buy in the sense that he can fall in for anybody as far as you are the highest bidder. Damagum was one of the closest persons that was working with Nyesom Wike. Maybe at the point where he feels the loot, the money was not coming again, he took another step. Or perhaps people had begun to see the things he was doing, and he feels, maybe let me not expose myself too much. He now turned to the other way. If Damagum has stood his ground as a national chairman who understands what it means to lead, I don't think that PDP would have died the extent they are dead now, because not just dying, because they are completely dead. So whatever that will resurrect PDP is not Damagum. PDP really needs this, what's it called? Their convention. They actually need to raise new leadership that can be trusted, you know, so they can begin to struggle for years.
But their convention right now is controversial.
Very controversial. That's exactly what I'm saying. He contributed immensely to what is happening to PDP. One. Number two, I don't trust whoever is signing as chairman of various states of PDP, because majority of those states, even where they have the governors, are no longer there with them. So I don't know, Bayelsa, the PDP or the ESCOs or the joined the governor. Enugu State, they joined their governor. All the states. And so who are those chairmen who have been signing that? I wonder. So, but all I pray is that PDP should look for a way to fix themselves and maybe perhaps run as one of the opposition, but they're no longer the major opposition in Nigerian politics.
Now, when you look at it, when you say PDP will find a way to fix themselves, I think one would say that the only way they could fix them, or they can fix themselves, is through the National Convention, if they are able to, you know, elect capable hands to, you know, steer the ship of PDP. But currently, even that National Convention right now, it's controversial. The question of the legitimacy of the National Convention, you know, comes to mind. Don't forget that Justice James Omotosho of Federal High Court had barred PDP from conducting the election. However, a faction of the PDP went to Oyo State High Court, Oyo, and got another judgment by Justice, I think Akintola also, to go ahead with the convention. Yeah. And that is courts of concurrent jurisdiction, you know, giving orders or rulings on the same matter. But the question now will be, which court gave the ruling first? And why didn't this faction go ahead, in this instance, Damagum? Why didn't Damagum's faction go ahead to appeal the ruling of the court and have it vacated? Why go to another court? So that even makes me wonder, Damagum and the others, are they actually working in the interest of PDP, or are these factions, are they doing Nigerians, the more you look, the less you see? Because one would expect that as a politician, you should understand basic political strategy, what will work and what will not work. Instead, the response is to suspend some members of the National Working Committee, along with some members of the party. And they suspended National Working Committee, and their party supporters now suspended Damagum and elected their own acting chairman as well as Board of Trustee. So we have Board of Trustee headed by Wabara backing Damagum as the factional president, and we have the Board of Trustee headed by Ohabunwa and Makrafi as the secretary, backing Mohammed as the factional chairman or factional national president of PDP. One would say, which way?
You see, the truth is, this fight of supremacy would not help the PDP. The only solution to their crisis will be a political solution. A political solution in which the both factions must come together, then adopt persons from the both factions and have a unitary date for a unitary convention.
So which means if that is the case, then the elections of executives will now have to be by consensus.
That's the only,
and no longer by vote.
That's the only way they can get this problem. They can get out of this problem.
They can resolve it.
This crisis, if not properly managed, would bury PDP. Like I said, they are dead already. So it will bury them finally and cement the grave. The only way they can come out of it is they must look for political solution. And that political solution will only come when the two factions are ready to adopt persons from the both factions, then go for a unitary convention. Without this, there is nothing that can come out of it. Because as it is now, it's like a fight of the titans. You know, the few governors remaining will be ready to bring the money. And there are those who also have the financial watchers in this other side. So they will be bringing money, spending money. This one will not say, will not agree, no, because I think I am this will say
when you're looking at this now, who is in charge of Wadata Blaza now? It is
as of today, it is the
FCT Minister
faction that is in that Wadata Plaza. You know, that's the people that are there now. So I don't know where these other people are operating from.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know. Perhaps in the house of somebody, you know, because they don't have a secretariat. So it's a serious issue. It's a serious issue. There is no how this fight will end without compromise. If they don't compromise with each other, because the two factions, there won't be any solution to this. And the elections are very close. In fact, they have Ekiti state election. Is it Ekiti? Good. And so what are they going to do now?
Ekiti is coming up.
Yes, what are they going to do? Because the letter they've written to INEC, some other faction have countered it, and others. So which one would INEC take in this circumstance?
And you know, one of the things that even got the PDP National Convention contested in court was Senator Samuel Anyanwu, alleging that he did not author the letter to INEC for the National Convention.
Yes.
He did not issue notice of that meeting, and he did not author it. Correct?
And by the constitution of the party? The
constitution of PDP says that while the national president summons the meeting, it is, and presides over the meeting, the national secretary issues notices of the meeting and also take records and all of that, you know, proceedings of the meeting. Now, Yes, Damagum have summoned the meeting, but Senator Samuel is saying, I did not issue notice of the meeting.
Okay.
My signature was forged, you know, and he raised a petition to the police and the DSS to investigate both INEC and staff of PDP. Now, the question would be, if he did not issue notice of that meeting, who did? That's the question. Who did? And if he's claiming he did not issue notice of that meeting, and PDP goes ahead on the strength of that letter that he claims is forged to hold the National Convention, can one say the National Convention is authentic or legitimate?
It won't be legitimate because the procedure has already been faulted. Because if the Constitution says the Secretary approves the invitation for such meetings, and the Secretary is saying, I was not the one who authored this letter. So it means that there is a problem, you know. So they just really need to come together.
And on the other hand, these other people, one would question, can they even hold their own convention? Because the national president has to summon for national convention. The emergence of Mohammed as the factional president, can one say there's the national president, factional national chairman of PDP, can one say that it is authentic? Can that process be called authentic?
Either way, listen, it is the National Working Committee in this circumstance that elects a new leadership.
In this instance, yeah.
In this instance, yes, even if it's divided, when they have any side that has the majority, there should be a specified number of majority that they would have.
That will form a quorum for the meeting.
So if any faction that gets that majority and does whatever they do, that one is the legitimate side of it. But I wouldn't know the number of
on the side of the FCT ministers
of each of these divides that they have. That's the reason why I said all they need now is compromise, because there is a serious problem. Majority of these officers who were there before were also being controlled by some of these governors that had left the party. So that you have a lot of vacuum. And if anything is to go by, those governors who left will not side the Damagum faction. And so if they now even ask their followers or supporters who are members of this National Working Committee to support whatever side, they will support the side of
because of the FCT minister is working with the
president, the APC government. So
they will naturally tell their supporters to back the FCT.
With this now, they might even have the majority, the total majority.
With time.
To get whatever they want to get. So I think that all they need now is just compromise. If actually they would want the PDP to continue to be a party in this country. For now, PDP is not a party.
All right.
Yes, there is nothing happening in PDP. PDP cannot constitute anything to fight as opposition. So there is nothing they are doing as it is today. So I think that they need to wake up. You know, every faction should compromise. You must give compromise before that party can stand again. But when we continue in the trajectory they are going, every person will want to show.
And close to the national, I have a feeling that by 2026, is not, if this is not resolved within the first quarter of 2026, which is the political year, the remaining governors and the remaining National Assembly members will defect. Because what if the National Convention is controversial, there is every tendency that it may compromise their election.
Of course.
Because if at the end of the day the court says you cannot run, it will be too late for them to defect to another political party, you know, mobilize, lobby, and, you know, be able to run for elections. So if PDP does not close their rank and file very quickly, by 2026 they may end up losing the entire...
2026 is even far. Because if you watch, most parties now, their conventions are December. And perhaps January 2026.
So there will be more defections?
Yes, serious. Well, any party that didn't do their listen by December and January is already late, running late. And so whatever PDP is doing, they have between now and January 2026.